This year's administrative report is unlike others, as it marks Greenwood's final year serving the association. I stepped into this role in 2014 when the community transitioned from developer control to being fully owner run. At that time, much of the association's structure still needed to be built, from establishing independent banking and financial systems to developing budgets that reflected the community's true operational needs, hiring and managing employees directly through the HOA. It was a foundational period, and the work required patience, persistence, and collaboration. Over the years, the responsibilities of administering a 221 unit condominium community have never been simple. At any given time, the role involved balancing financial stewardship, operational needs, regulatory requirements, and the realities of working with a large and diverse group of owners. There were periods that were hectic, challenging, occasionally difficult, but also deeply meaningful. What has always made this community special is that it is an eco community in the truest sense of the word, not just in concept or design, but in how residents have cared for the property, respected its mission, and built genuine connections with one another and nature. The beauty of the development today is a direct reflection of the people who live here and the pride they take in their community. The path to where we are now was not always straightforward. There were inevitable growing pains and bumps along the road. However, I am proud of how challenges were met through collaboration between the board, the nonprofit committee, staff, and engaged owners who were willing to put in the work needed to move us forward. As I reflect on my time in this role, there is one takeaway I would offer as advice. Throughout my tenure, I made it a priority to keep dues as low as possible, and in many ways, that served the community well. In hindsight, however, I recognize that maintaining low fees may at times have come at the cost of opportunities for growth, enhancement, or longer term investment in the community. My suggestion to my successor would be to first focus on what the community truly needs and how best to build and support it, and then determine the financial structure required to sustain that vision. As I step away from this role, I do so with a great deal of respect for what has been built and confidence in the community's continued success. I am grateful for the opportunity to have been a part of this chapter in the history of Los Arboles and for the relationships formed along the way. Thank you to our staff, residents, and especially the Vigilance Committee for the trust, cooperation, and dedication you have shown over the years. It has truly been an honor to serve this community.